With my car. Obviously, I have to look good for the camera, so let's know. I want to tell you a story of my life, and I want to make a lesson out of it. I remember actually starting something new for the first time, and I failed at many different things. One of the first ever project that I actually started in my life, it was a podcast, and the name of the podcast is called The Exclusive Show. You can literally look it up on YouTube, on Instagram actually. So I got a few of my friends and told them, listen, I have this great idea. What I'm trying to do is to, talk about different topics, especially in the affair. So I had like five of my friends make videos on specific topics that I personally thought that they were good at. And then they made those videos and I posted them on YouTube, and I just wanted to do something bigger than that, and I decided to do something like a physical podcast where I literally sit someone down and then I ask them questions depending on the field that they are currently succeeding at. And that project failed woefully, complete disaster. It didn't even kick off. I bought the equipment. I remember telling my dad, listen, I need to get a camera because I want to start a podcast. And this was back in like 2019, before the COVID hit. But the problem with that is the COVID hit and we couldn't kick off with the podcast anymore. Right? Although it would have failed 1000%. I had this great idea. There was a new place in school. It's called Soul Chicks. People that are in UNN would know this. This is a very popular place. Soul Chicks. This Soul Chick was had the most beautiful inner premises I've ever seen. Like the lighting, everything beautiful. The person actually poured in a lot of money to make sure that place looked really good. And in Soul Chicks, there were a lot of different staff and beautiful people. And I went to the CEO himself. I asked for a meeting with him, and he granted me that meeting. This was my first exposure to having a business meeting with someone, right? Having to sit down with someone and structurally telling them exactly what you want, giving them the details of everything, so that way you can convince them to see your idea and then shake hands on the deal that worked them. So it's crazy, and now I'm thinking about it. I'm like, yo, I was actually one of those guys that was business inclined. So I told him, man, listen, I want to start this thing and I want to use your inner premises for this. I'm going to write a whole document about this and then present it to you. But the idea is we are going to use your inner premises to shoot this video because your premises are it's really beautiful. And then we would promote Soul Chicks a video and put it out there on the school and make sure that everybody in UNEX sees that video, and that way show Soul Chicks has a lot of publicity. That idea failed woefully. I don't even know where my camera stands are. I actually gave one of my gym bars of my camera camera stand to one of the guys in my school at the time. It was a parting gift actually. It was a whole story. I think he appreciated it. I don't even know where the guy is now. I think he's in Lagos. That's Aloy. A touch. Crazy guy. He was one of the wonderful guys in school. But my point is, that business would have failed. Like the other business that I started. I think I actually, one of the other, you know what? I want to keep that for later. But I remember coming into a different niche, a completely different niche, which is actually, you know what? Let me just say the story. I started something new, just like I started Soul Chicks, which, didn't fail, but would have failed if I didn't continue. The reason why many businesses or many fresh startups fail is because they don't have either the complete knowledge, very important, not the knowledge, the complete knowledge to make sure that whatever it is that they are doing actually works, can work, will kick off, will stay on ground, will stay in motion and hit the target. Success is tied to target. So one of the reasons why that doesn't happen is they don't have the complete knowledge. And complete knowledge comes from having done something wholly, gone through every single steps and every single mistakes that you can ever go through, actually complete that whole mission, and then look back and say, now I have the complete knowledge. Now, what we as people fail to understand is you can't have the complete knowledge unless someone else gives it to you, or unless you go it through yourself. But would you rather have to go through all those stages of mistakes and very juvenile mistakes that you could have easily avoided, basically, and then skip through all of that phase, and actually work your way slowly until you get to a point where you've hit your target. This was what I was missing in starting the exclusive show, and what I missed when I started trading the forex market. I'm going to tell you a bit of a story as to how I got started in forex. It was a friend of mine. It was 2020. Everybody was looking out for what to do. Everybody was indoors. Coronavirus hit. You were not allowed to go out. It was a whole thing, and it's just boring every single day being aligned to an exact routine. You wake up, you eat, you press your phone, and then you sleep and you wake up again. It got boring. Doing that for over a month or two, I was already tired. And then I don't even know. I think I started something called expert options. And with expert options, it's a different type of trading. And I was just I thought I saw the ad somewhere. It was because now I had time to press my phone, so I saw the ads, and then I don't even know how the story actually boiled down, but I got to find out that one of my classmates was actually doing something very similar called forex trading. It was a whole different game, and you know me or my other friend, the two of us decided we're going to learn this thing. We're going to go to this guy. We're going to talk to him. I'm going to ask him what he does, how he does it, if he can teach it to us. And we did that. And what happened was this guy said to us, "Listen, obviously, like you can't start learning forex just like that. He paid to learn, and obviously we have to pay to learn. Although he's learning from his cousin. Now this is a very funny story. He told us we have to pay him, I think 25k or something around that price." And I said, "Listen, man, I don't have the 25k right now, but if you start teaching me in 2 weeks, I'm going to give you something, and I'm going to give you your 25k." And we agreed. So the first day of the lecture, this guy came all the way from his house to my house, and we did that lecture. And I remember him teaching me about pips, and I remember asking a question that he didn't really get as well, and he didn't even know how to explain it to me, right? And that happened, and I knew that he was also inexperienced as me. It was a whole thing. He didn't know anything about it. He was still coming up as well. He was still learning as well. He was learning and teaching us what he was learning. So we had just one class, and that was it. Literally just one class that taught me about pips and taught me what forex did. Then that's what I even understood the full meaning of FX. It was for foreign exchange. That I remember this vividly. And this guy basically taught me one lesson, and that was it. And then I improved because I'm a man of my word. Even to this day, if I tell you something, I'm gonna do it 1,000%. We basically paid him. I think I paid him 15,000 of the 25k or whatever, right? I didn't pay him the full amount, and then we forgot about it because he didn't even give me the whole full value, right? So it's a whole thing. It's crazy because I met another person. I was like, "Bro, you are into forex. You have to be making money." And then, you come on, bro. How do you do this? I was so excited about it. And I was talking to people, "How much are you making?" This guy, the other guy, this is the second guy right now. The other guy that I met is one of the most respected politicians in school at the time. I can't remember the guy's name. It's literally at the tip of my tongue. He was the most respected guy in our school at the time. Respected politician, school politics. I was actually a politician as well. I was the assistant treasurer, I was the edge. I had like 4 positions. I was even running for president at some time. And that position it's crazy because I ran with my friend. But that's not the point of the story. I'm just trying to tell you that there's something that happens when you try to start something new for the first time in your life, and because you don't have proper guidance, you're probably going to take a longer time to succeed, or you're probably going to get to a point where it's too hard and then you just give up and fail, like I did with exclusive show. Failed woefully, didn't even kick off. There was no part of exclusive show that anybody knew. But it's still on Instagram right now. You can literally just type the D_exclusive_show. The exclusive show. It was the whole thing. I had the idea, it was beautiful, but I didn't know what I could do to consistently keep at that pace and actually make something work from that. So it was a whole thing. And we basically started and I started learning forex. For 5 years into being a forex trader, I didn't know what actually 4 years being into a forex trader. I literally got profitable some months ago. Isn't that crazy? For 4 years, I was going through all the mistakes that you could ever make. I was blowing accounts, didn't even understand risk management, moving from strategy to strategy. All the mistakes that you can make as a forex, that you have to make, that you can't escape, that you have to make. I made all of those mistakes. Not one. I didn't exclude one. Made all of those mistakes, and finally, I now understood that maybe there's actually something in mentorship. Maybe you actually need someone that knows exactly what they're doing, so that way you can listen to them. And when people try to talk to me and say, listen, I want to learn Forex, I'm glad that they want to learn Forex. I want to be there for them. But when I tell them, listen, if you want to learn Forex, you actually need to have a mentor. And nobody would give their time for free. Nobody will give their resources for free. These are two valuable things. You see a lot of content on YouTube, but you see that you don't have a direction as to what to learn, how not to learn, what to do. Those types of things. And that's literally what helps your growth really fast. So when they tell me they need mentorship, I tell them, listen, you need a mentor. I can be a mentor. I've been in this game for 4 years. I've done all the mistakes. I've gone through all these hurdles. I can literally help you. Have a working strategy and make money 6 hours every single month, which is perfectly okay for any account size. But these people still go ahead and say, I'm just going to fund it that ways and just take trades and blow their accounts, And I say to myself, listen, it is what it is. I give you the option, but I cannot give you that experience. I cannot touch you and all the experience out of me comes to you. That's not how it works. I tried so hard to tell them, listen, you are going to burn your money, you're going to waste your money. Listen to me, pay for my signal, pay for my mentorship. I will teach you, I will give you my strategy. We will hold your hands together until you are independently able to analyze for yourself. That's what I promised every single person I came to. And the ones, like the 2 people that I've trained now, my God, 4 years of experience. If I tell you to do something, just do it. Now, I'm not going to say I'm all in all, because obviously I'm still living in this apartment. To me, this is not my reality. I don't want to even live here. I want to live in the most luxury apartment that they can ever be in Nigeria, in any city that I'm in. I don't even want to be in one location, right? So I'm not going to tell you and say, listen, I know everything. I'm rich as fuck, but I know something. I'm making money for sure, and I'm not yet where I want to be, but I know something. That's for sure. That's for fact. And you know what they say, time reveals. So this is the video to make sure that if you want to get somewhere in life and you're actually trying to start your forex trading journey, do not take out the part of mentorship. I offer mentorship. My mentorship is just $300. Now that's literally less than the money some of you spend every single day. $300 to be able to independently analyze yourself and give you 4 years of experience. Isn't that worth more than $300? There are mentors out there right now that are charging $5,000, $6,000, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't blame them. It's because they know the value that they give is real value. I can easily just say mine is going to $1,000, but I know how it feels to not even have anybody to want to talk to you about Forex. So this is my offer. If you want to talk to me, if you want to actually be a mentor, be in a mentorship program that allows you a consistent, step-by-step, systematic growth process that allows you to be a very independent thinker of your own and see the market the way I do and actually start making money for yourselves, I'm literally going to put my number in the description or a link to my Telegram, so you can easily hit me up and then we can start something. We can take it out from there. But don't forget, mentorship is great. You literally can't do without mentorship. 1000%. Don't get yourself looped. Like for example, I'm learning a course and I'm paying for that course. Right? I'm paying for that course. And what that course is going to teach me, I think is valuable. So, and I understand truly the importance of mentorship. And because of the fact that I've gone through these mistakes of having to not have any mentor, in this course that I'm taking now, I now have a mentor. And I have someone that teaches me, and this guy has been in this industry for, if I'm not mistaken, around 35 years. 35 years of mentorship. All I'm saying is, don't throw away the part of mentorship. I'm V.I.P. and I drop videos like this. And if you enjoy it, please like, please comment, tell me what you think. Hit me, talk to me in the DMs. Let's actually do something together. There's so much time. We are young together. I like to meet new people. That's the truth. To me, pleasure is not even about food or the sex word. To me, meeting new people is actually my pleasure. This is my house. I'm making this video. I want to be comfortable. I could easily just try and wear a shirt or something, but see you in the next one.